tracking stock assignment. Make sure that before you do this assignment, you have already completed your readings, reviewed the Google slide, and watched my video overview. This is looking at the business of fashion, and we are looking directly at that through the source of their stock. This assignment is linked down here in Module 5. I want to show you how you're going to submit this first before we talk about the assignment. If you click on this right here where it says Tracking Stock Assignment, click into this folder for submission links. That is going to pop this up. This is where you will submit weeks 1 and 2 and weeks 3 and 4. You have to click on that folder in order to gain access to these submission links. I feel like that's kind of important so you know where you're turning this in. So let's go ahead and jump into it and talk about this actual assignment. So we are going to look at one of the following companies. You are picking one that interests you, one that you're curious about. I tried to do a variety, but Nike, American Eagle, Lululemon, Dillard's, Children's Place, or JCPenney's. So select one of the companies, and then you are going to actually record the value of their stock daily during this assignment. I've given you a table that you're going to use in order to do this. During the 4 weeks, you will submit this 2 times just to make sure you're on track with the correct company. Please make sure that you do this using the table from weeks 1 and 2 when you submit weeks 3 and 4 so that we can see the entire table and the progression of the stocks during that time, the prices that they have. I've given you directions on how to track this by going right here into this PDF. It's got step-by-step directions. You will use likely Yahoo Finance or Google Finance as they are the easiest to find the information for. You don't want to delay in starting to track these because it becomes a little bit cumbersome at the end to try and put them all together. So pick your company, then using the chart below, you'll record those stock price dates. I would encourage you to use the closing price just to keep it consistent. During the submission 1, however, you are also going to record information about the company. You're going to do this by either typing directly into this document or into one of your own while addressing each of the bullet points. The name of the company that you are tracking, the stock exchange which sells the stock. This probably is going to be like the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ, something that you're probably familiar with. The stock symbol. This is not an actual symbol, but it's either 3 to 5 characters that indicate who the owner is. So for example, like Dillard's is DDS, I'm pretty sure. You might want to double check it, but I'm pretty sure that's who they are. The year the company was established, what are fashion-related products that they produce and or the types of stores that they have, what other products or services are sold by these companies, the total sales from the previous year. Just a quick Google will work for that. And then any other information that you find about the company that you thought was interesting. This could be a short piece of history, an article that's current in the newspaper or a magazine that you've seen, maybe significant contributions to the fashion industry. Just pick something to share for this because there are points associated with it. Remember, you're only doing this for one of the companies that you've picked from above. So not only will you have the chart, you'll also have this information that you submit during the submission 1. During submission 2, which is weeks 3 and 4, these are the dates that you'll record. And then you're going to have a reflection, make sure you respond to all 3, about during your tracking period, did the stock gain or lose value? The second point will be look at the course of the year. Did it gain or lose? And then what is your response to maybe why it's gaining or losing during these time periods? You'll think back to Module 5, the presentation, and really about the business and the time that we're in of the year. It's summer. Think about the companies that you may be tracking. Are there any holidays? Are there any sales? You'll kind of evaluate those types of things. Just be sure that you respond to all 3 pieces of that reflection during submission 2. Again, to submit it, you'll type it directly into this document for submissions 1 and 2 and submit those where I showed you in the beginning of this video on Blackboard. This right here is going to be where we actually plug in the numbers. So right here for Memorial Day, there will not be any price that you're putting in. So you'll start with May 30th. On that, again, value of the closing price. And you'll see that whenever you go into this PDF for those directions. I think that this is always really interesting to see how the fluctuations happen or how consistent some of these companies are when it comes to their stock. I look forward to hearing about your thoughts and your reflection on this. If you have any questions, let me know. This is the Business of Fashion, the Tracking Stock Assignment for Module 5.